guys, Jen Henry here at the 2017 LA Fit Expo. I'm actually here with Dennis Newman. How you doing, Dennis?
Good. Doing great. Doing great. Have a little injury right now, but getting through it.
Right. So what happened?
I tore my patella. It was a cold afternoon. Playing with the kids, playing basketball. Jumped up and felt like somebody just knocked me with a 2x4 right on my knee, and tore the patella tendon from my tibia bone. And I had surgery about 20 days ago, and I have to keep it straight for about 2 months, and then I'm going to be going into rehab to help learn how to bend it again.
Just 20 days ago. That was really recent. So do you feel, I feel like you're bouncing back more quickly than the average person. So for those of you that don't know, Dennis Newman is like a legend in the bodybuilding industry. He has one of the most symmetrical bodies I've ever personally seen, and is one of my favorite physiques. Now, you did have to end up taking a little bit of time off. For for those of you that don't know, he was actually diagnosed with leukemia just coming after winning your pro card, correct? Yep. So right going into 2 weeks after going into his pro career, he was actually diagnosed with leukemia, which is a life-threatening disease, cancer. And so how long did you have to go into treatment for that?
I was in and out of treatment for about a year and a half. Went through chemotherapy. Then I had to take 3 weeks off, another round of chemotherapy, take 3 weeks off, and then I found out that I had a Hickman catheter, because they have to feed you intravenously because all the soft tissues in like your mouth and your stomach and everything is affected, so you can't really eat. I found out that I had a fungus in my liver, which, if everybody knows anything, you're a nurse, right? Yeah. And fungus in your liver takes about I took about 7-8 months to get it out of my system. So that took a long time. That's why I extended it for as long as it did. And then once I was cleared for that, which that was a life-threatening situation, full body radiation. And then after that, I had a stem cell transplant, which they came in and extracted the stem cells while I was in remission, and then radiated them and froze them because I didn't have a donor for a bone marrow transplant, so they stuck me with a stem cell transplant back in 1994, which was pretty experimental at that time when I was at City of Hope in Doherty, California.
Now, actually, they've done a lot, and now, as most of you know, stem cell research has been approved now in the United States, and so they've come a really long way, but actually have been doing that kind of stuff and taking risks of that magnitude back then. Now, but that's not the end of the story, though, guys, because what actually happened was you actually did make a comeback, and you did come back to compete. I think it was the 99 Night of Champions. So how did that feel for you, being able to like kind of take back control and say that and remind yourself that you were capable of doing whatever you put your mind to?
You know what? It was kind of discouraging in a sense that, because once you have a certain momentum after winning a show like the Mr. USA, and then it gets cut off right there. I was out of the game for about a year and a half, 2 years, and just trying to survive. By coming back, it took a lot longer for my body to rebuild that quality muscle again. So the sport evolved that 2 years way further than I could even catch up, and I didn't want to take the risk of having to jeopardize my health and trying to catch up and stuff like that. So I took it in a frame of mind of just looking at it as being healthy, getting back my physique, and trying to get where I left off. But it was a little harder than I thought, and I didn't come back the way I wanted to. And then I tore my pec, and then I had to hang up the trunks after that.
Well, you know what, things happen, and the fact of the matter is that you still came back and you still fought for what you wanted, and you were still able to be an example of perseverance, right? And so the same thing goes for your knee. I mean, 20 days later, you just had surgery. He's back running around. So this is nothing in hindsight, right? Like in comparison. So it's so great to see. So I was going to touch on it with Sean, but I wanted to touch on it with you. So you guys kind of have a little project going on, maybe a TV reality show?
It's a reality show that it's called Lift. We're going to be taking 4 or 5 contestants and kind of get them to go to the next level, but it's going to take all the guesswork out, and we're going to have professionals to do their makeup, their posing, their nutritional, their diets, having certain supplements that they're going to be taking, putting some time with professionals that are going to get them and show them how to do the right way. That way the American people and people all over the world can see what it takes to be a champion. And we're going to have sort of like it's still in the making. We're still talking about it, but sort of like a Shark Tank, kind of get them to see how dedicated they want to be or can be, and put them through it. And at the end of the whole season, they're going to end up having a contract for a year, maybe even some prizes and stuff like that. But just to get everybody to know what it takes to become a champion, and you're going to get everybody's going to get an insight of that and stuff. And I think it's going to be a great idea. It's going to be sort of a little different than anything you're going to see on TV, so I think it's going to be a good.
As a competitor myself, and as someone who's only ever had a coach once out of 11 or 12 shows, it was very difficult to go through and just kind of figure it out on my own. I didn't want to pay someone for all their answers. I wanted to figure it out myself, and so this kind of takes all the guesswork out of it. It kind of gives you your posing coach, gives you your nutrition coach, your trainer, your all of that stuff that goes along with it. There's so much that goes into it, so I'll be really excited to see where you guys take that and see when it starts to come out and get more information on that. If people are looking for you, Dennis, first of all, what's your favorite movie?
True Romance.
Why is that?
It's so diversified in all the action and it's just raw and I love it.
I love it. I love asking people what's their favorite movie. It always tells so much about who they are as a person, right? And if people are looking to find you, where can they find you, Dennis?
They can email me at newmandennis46@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook. That's pretty much it.
When are you going to get Instagram? I've been looking for, are you on Instagram? We got to get him up. I'm going to get him to do it. He'll do it. We'll have an Instagram for you updated next time I talk to you, okay? All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.